Welcome again to the part 3 of hydrological model development. In this part we are going to focus HRU analysis. HRU stands for hydrological response unit. So it's a unique combination of land use, soil and slope. We have to focus there, and then we have to locate the land use map first. We have to select from disk. There will be a message, doesn't matter if it's projected well. So we use the land use map. Make sure the area is covered more than 90%, otherwise it will ended up with the error message. So now in the drag and drop we use value, and then we use OK. From here we can build up a 4-character land use map that is built in for SWOT. If it's a crop, then we can select which crop it is. If it is not crop, if it is an urbanized area, then we can go for that. But once we know about the area or the classification of the land, then we can use a built-in use a text file to use for each time. So I made one for land use based on the satellite image, based on the land cover data. So you can see there is a 4-character land use. So after that we can reclassify it. Okay, the similar way we can do it for SWOT. Before that, let's see how does the table lookup table looks like. So it's located under the land use map, lookup table, LU table. Let's see. So it looks like that, 4-character. Now we can do reclassify. So now soil, the same way we can go to the soil map. Again, it should be more than 90%, and then again value. Okay, name. Now lookup table also, it should be the same with so this is the lookup table that I made. Now we can locate it through soil lookup table. Yep, so now we select it, successfully overlapped. Now slope. Here the area is quite mountainous, so we will use multiple slope and we will use several classes close to the mean value. So let's put more simple 3 classes. One is 30% because the mean is 43. So the other one is we put 40, and the remaining is the rest of the part of the slope, and then we reclassify it. Once it is done, then we can see that the overlay button is highlighted. Now we can click on the overlay. So land use, soil and slope classification is done. We can see the report. So now we can see that the total number of sub-basin is 17, but there is no HRU. So we have to build the HRU in the next phase. The area of the watershed, and the land use type, and the soil type. The description of the land use, soil and slope combination is given for each of the sub-basin. Sub-basin 1, 2, 3, like this way. So we can have a quick look of the smaller part. This will be vanish when we remove some kind of threshold area. So let's now go for HRU definition. Here we have 3 options: dominant land use, dominant HRU and multiple HRU. If we use dominant land use, it will give 1 HRU for each sub-basin, and for the dominant it will give the dominant. So we can use some kind of threshold area. We can remove some kind of area that has a very less percentage. So let's say we use 10%, which is less than 10%. They will not be included in the HRU. So let's create the HRU. It's done. Okay, now we can compare the 2 different tables and see the difference. So the other one is here also. Now we can see that the total number of sub-basin is 17 and the total number of HRU is created like 198. So if we compare these two tables, then we can see that the smaller portion of the land use is removed. Here you can see there was 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 classes, but in the final HRU there are 4 classes. So the portion that has a little contribution, they are no longer exist. So that's how the HRU maps, HRU definition should be done. But there are other way we can make HRU based on the objective. So let's say we can use some area, so we can remove some percentage of the area, and there is a new option that land use. So we can add some new land use from this window. So that's how the HRU creation, HRU generation has to be done. And once it is done, then we go for the next stage. So until now, if there is any problem, you can of course send me an email. That's all, and thanks for watching.